It's winter break, and while the days are cold and short, it's also a good time to plan some special time with your kids. Planning a few adventures, trying new things, or serving our communities can keep your kids' minds and bodies active, all while strengthening the family bonds. We're happy to welcome back Dr. Crystal Tyler Mackey from the Virginia Cooperative Extension. In her role as an extension specialist, she focuses on keeping families healthy, connected, and engaged. It's great to see you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So here's the thing. Families have been through so much in the past 2 years, and this winter break should be just exactly that, a break. So how do families reconnect during this break?
I think that's an excellent question and a great point. And don't we all need a moment to reconnect, to be together with the people that we love, also to recharge, just to really find some time to be reflective. And so one of the ways that we can do that is to really think through what are the things that are important to our family? What are the things that we know and love to do? It sounds very simple, but having some time for some conversation around what people are interested in now. We have children at home. Some of the things they may have been interested in years past may not be an interest anymore. Maybe they've developed some new things. And so spending some time on the front end of the break, maybe over a meal, over a cup of hot cocoa, just kind of sitting together, listening to the things that everyone in the family has some interest in doing, and then finding some of those activities or opportunities that could be done together as a family. And so we've got, if we're home, if we have children that are in school, they're out of school for a while, maybe there's an opportunity to have everyone choose an activity that we could do together as a family and have that as family bonding time. I think we don't have to make them big. They could be something very small.
I have to say, I love the creativity, and I love that you checked in to find out what your kids want to do. Oftentimes,
Yes.
as parents, we push them in wanting to do things that we think they want to do or seems like the traditional things that we should be doing right now.
Yes.
And they check out and they're like, I'm doing this because you're making me, but not because I'm truly vested and want to do it. So meeting them where they are, I think that's an excellent point. And honestly, making that a time in which that those moments count. So if making sure that you're connecting, but they're also connecting because they're interested in what you're doing. Some of us have tweens and teens, and having them put their phones down can be a challenge. I know one thing that I just started just a few weeks ago was while we're in the car, you put your phone in your book bag or in a basket, no phones while we're in the car, so that we have that road time to talk. Any tips that you have to help them put their phones down to help connect each other during this holiday break?
I think that's an excellent strategy because we've always valued that drive time, the time that you're in the car, when those spontaneous conversations happen, right? So sometimes when we ask a direct question, even when we are asked a direct question, it's hard to get an answer. But when things sort of bubble up in conversation more naturally, that can be a great opportunity for us to really check in and hear what's going on, particularly with our tweens and teens. And so putting the phone away during drive time is great. We have some other parameters that we can put out there for our children. We have an emerging 13-year-old and turn 13 in a week or so. And then we have 17 and 19-year-olds as well. Thinking about when it's okay to have your phone out and when it's not. Have that conversation very early on and then hold to it and model it. And so drive time is one of those times where we're going to connect in. Maybe if we're on a road trip, that might be something different. But if we're just commuting back and forth here and there, we can put the phone away for that. Times when you're having a meal together, if you're supposed to be together watching a movie or doing some other activity, unless you're taking photo or video of the activity on behalf of the family, those are times to put the phone away. If this is carved out family time and that's not part of what you're doing as a family, those are times that it goes away.
And as parents, you know what? We also have to practice what we preach. So if we're saying we're all watching a movie together, we are all watching a movie together, not, I saw that. That was so funny. So making sure that we practice what we preach. If the kids have to put their phones down in meals and during movie time and card time, so should we. All right, we'll stick around because after the break, we'll continue our conversation on making the best of this holiday break, how to manage our kids' expectations next.